Yo, what's up guys, Boss here, and I'm back with another YouTube video, and this time we're going to be playing the Sudden Death Tournament, and right now I'm 6-0. Basically, I'm going to be playing live games until we get to 12 wins, which then unlocks all the rewards, as you guys know. And let me know, guys, if you enjoyed this video, because what I might do tomorrow is make a video of playing more of the Sudden Death Tournament, or of maybe getting to like 20 wins, or maybe even 30. Let me know if you guys would enjoy that, because I feel like the deck I'm using is really solid in the Sudden Death Tourney, so I think I could get pretty far in it. And what I'm using is my Giant Prince E-Drag deck. A lot of you guys know I play this deck. It's my favorite deck, and I haven't used this in a video in a really long time, and I feel like it's the perfect opportunity to use it because I got all the cards to Tourney Standard. And the reason why this deck is so solid in the Sudden Death Tournament is because there's a lot of Expo in the Sudden Death Tournament, and they can't really outcycle you since Sudden Death is double elixir, and you just, they can't really break through. In worst case scenario, the game ends up being a draw, and then also there's a lot of Graveyard Freeze, and honestly, my deck does pretty solid against Graveyard Freeze because the E-Drag, in my opinion, does good against the Graveyard, and then also the Log. And honestly, like, you can pretty much usually overwhelm them and take some damage from the Graveyard. And I just really like it, and it also does okay against Balloon Freeze. In my opinion, Balloon Freeze, like Lumberjack Loon Freeze, is a pretty solid deck in the global tournament. But honestly, I think it's a lot worse than it was the last global tournament because of the Lumberjack getting a nerf, the Snowball getting a nerf, and then also the Freeze getting a nerf a few seasons ago, as well as the Barbell getting a nerf. So there was a lot of cards in the Loon Freeze deck that ended up getting a nerf, so it's not as strong, and honestly, my deck doesn't have too much of a problem against it because the Mega Minion, E-Drag, and Fireball. But yeah, with that out of the way, let's go ahead and go into our first game, and hopefully, guys, we shouldn't have too much of a problem getting into 12 wins. So, we don't start out with a Giant, so I guess what we could just do is cycle a Mega Minion in the back or something. We'll just kind of wait and see what he does. If not, okay, so he just goes with a Valkyrie in the back, so I'll just go ahead and Mega Minion in the back, and then I'll log to just cycle me because I don't really know what he's using yet. So he has a Tesla and a Valkyrie, so that doesn't really tell me much about his deck at all, to be honest. Okay, so it looks like he has the Sparky, guys. So honestly, the Sparky is something I really like seeing, just because I have the E-Drag, which does like really solid against it. I'm gonna go ahead and zap to reset the Sparky, and it looks like he actually played a Skarmy. Like, I didn't know he was gonna play it, of course, but we ended up getting a lot of value out of that zap, and he decided to go in with a Mega Knight, so our E-Drag should get some value here. I'm gonna go ahead and Fireball and then Log just to make sure we kill that Wizard, and also that Sparky didn't get any other shots because it died pretty quickly. So now I'm going to go ahead and go in with a Giant and Mega Minion other lane. Reason why is because he went in with a Tesla there and a Valk, and honestly kind of wasted it. So he was like a lot of Elixir down, I guess you could say. And let's just go in here. We don't even need to zap the Sparky because it's targeting the Miner, and we can just save it now so it doesn't kill the Giant. And that's going to be GG. So pretty easy first win. I don't know how much like to explain the games as I'm playing because they're pretty fast paced because it is Sudden Death, but basically, what I like doing with my Giant E-Drag deck is really taking advantage of, like, when their cycles messed up, and then that's when I go in, like, with my pushes. For example, he used his Tesla, and then he kind of wasted his Skarmy and also the Valkyrie, so I knew he was really low on Elixir, and I just went other lane, took advantage of that, and then easily took his tower, and he was just not able to defend. Also, we had a pretty good matchup because the E-Drag is just so good against the Sparky, but pretty easy first game. Let's collect the 2,000 gold and go in our next game. 7-0 right now, looking pretty solid. Alright, so we found our next game, and this time, guys, we do start off with a Giant. So, Giant in the back first play could be risky just because the other person might have, like, Expo or something. So, I don't typically like playing Giant first play of the game. I mean, you could if you really want to, but I just feel like it's a little too risky. So, I'm a Giant there. That's actually going to retarget the Goblins onto the Giant, so they're not taking too much damage off the Prince. I'm going to go with the Fireball Zap here just because we're getting so much value from that Fireball. Like, we're hitting the Furnace, we're hitting the Ice Wizard, I think it was, and then we're also clipping the tower. So just really solid value there. And now we are going to take the damage lead. I'm just going to go in with a Prince here. He may end up having a Freeze. I just feel like he does because yep, there's the Freeze. So we need to be really careful here. He is getting a lot of damage on us. I'm probably just going to take it easy and go with a Giant in the back. And we are back to another Prince, which is really good. I'm going to go with the Defensive Miner. Pretty interesting. Just because I don't want to go on his tower, because I really want to have as much as I can on defense to be really careful about his Hog and Freeze. I'm going to go with the Fireball here, because it's going to kill the Ice Wizard and the minions. And then I'm going to go send in another Giant, because I feel like he's going to freeze here on defense. And yeah, guys, as I said, the freeze isn't that good right now. It's just the duration's really short. It's still used in this, but I don't think it's the best to use in this Sudden Death Global Tournament. So he does go in with the freeze there on defense. Pretty nicely done on his end. He is going to defend that, but he is down quite a lot of Elixir. And interesting enough, he sends a Hog in. He doesn't have his freeze in rotation, so I'm not so sure why he did that. Now let's go ahead and send in our Giant. And then our Mega Minion, he's still not back to a freeze yet, so if he decides to go in with an Ice Wizard, I'll just Miner it. Yeah, there's the Ice Wizard, so let's just go with the Miner on top of it. And let's Fireball as well, just to kill the minions. And then we still have our E-Drag up, we still have our Mega Minion and Prince up as well. So hopefully, guys, we can get like a lock on his tower. There we go, so the Mega Minion gets a hit, and we can Prince here, and once again, guys, he doesn't have the freeze in rotation, and also that Hog got stunned by the E-Drag, so it doesn't get a single hit on our tower. Let's just keep applying the pressure, guys. So when you verse a Hog deck, you want to kind of like counter push, so when they play their Hog, you want to go in with your Prince, Giant, and stuff, and like counter push. So we didn't really take his tower enough, unfortunately. It's not in Fireball Zap range, it is in Fireball Log range, but yeah, guys, we want to be very kind of careful here, I guess you could say. So let's go with our Fireball and then go in with our Log, and that should be a good game, guys. Let's zap. Oh, actually, the Log was... Oh, that actually was kind of close there. The Log wasn't actually enough. I miscalculated the amount of damage it did, but we got the win anyways with the E-Drag chain, and even if we didn't, the Zap would have gone down in time and finished off the game. So that was kind of an intense one, guys. Honestly, that could have been a tie if, you know, we didn't get the amount of damage required. It was looking kind of shady at the beginning, just because he got a really nice freeze at the beginning of the game, but we were able to bounce back pretty quickly once we identified his whole deck. So let's collect that gold. Go to our next game. We're 8-0 right now. 4 more to go till we get all the rewards, and I'll probably be opening the rewards next video if I do that, because I might want to make a video of getting to like 20 wins or 25. Just let me know if you guys are interested in that, if you're enjoying this kind of video. So I'm going to go start with the Giant in the back. The reason why is because he started the game off with a Zap on my tower, and no one really uses Zap and Expo in the same deck, so I knew it was safe to just go in with a Giant in the back. And it looks like he's using a Balloon, so I'm going to go with a Log here, and then a Mega Minion. We do need to be careful because he may have a Freeze. Looks like he doesn't. He has a Zap. The Balloon gets one hit on our tower, but honestly, guys, I'm not too worried because he's down a lot of Elixir. He went with the Battle Ram, and then he went with the Balloon. That's like spending, 9 Elixir. Zap as well, which is 11, and he just wasn't able to defend, so that's honestly going to be a good game right off the bat. Pretty easy win. I mean... very strange deck as well, like Balloon Battle Ram, definitely not really a good synergy in my opinion, and then also he had like the Rascals Goblin game, very strange deck overall, but our Log gets like a lot of value that game, so it was pretty easy to be honest. And maybe guys, I'll go a little further than 12, because right now the video's been going on only like 9 minutes, and we've already played 3 games, so I'll just see how long the next few games take. Alright, so we found our next game. And kind of an awkward starting rotation, so we could just Mega Minion in the back, depending on what he does. So he just goes with an Ice Spirit, and interesting enough, it's only level 7, so this may end up being 2.9 Expo, guys, because he has the Ice Spirit, he has the Archers, but I guess it's under-leveled because his Ice Spirit's... Oh, looks like it isn't 2.9, he's using the Mini P.E.K.K.A. So kind of a strange deck. Let's just go with the Giant here. The reason why is because his Mini P.E.K.K.A. most likely is the best counter to my Giant. And also, this isn't really being too aggressive, because, like, he used his Mini P.E.K.K.A., so he was down 4 Elixir, and then also, like, he probably didn't have the best cycle to countering our Giant, and he didn't, honestly. We're getting a lot of damage on his tower. I'm going to Fireball here to hit the Archers. Unfortunately, we don't get our Prince a connection, but we do get a really solid amount of damage on his tower. It's already halfway down in the first minute of the game, so let's just build up another push because he used his freeze, and honestly, he was pretty low on Elixir. Let's log here and then go with a miner on top of the archers. He's probably going to freeze again. There's the freeze. And then he goes in with bats as well. Let's just zap right on top of those. And we may be able to get some damage here with our Mega Minion and Prince. If not, we could just cycle another Giant in the back. I'm going to go ahead and fireball those archers to try to get the Prince to the tower. It does get to the tower. It gets 2 hits. 3 hits, and that's going to be GG. So, you notice, guys, a lot of these games are pretty easy. I just feel like, yeah, my deck is really solid in the Sudden Death Global Tournament. I mean, of course, as you guys know, it gets harder the more wins you get. But, yeah, I think, guys, my deck is really solid for getting 12 wins in this. Just because of the meta, how it is right now. I just think it's great, and, like, worst case scenario, you can tie almost every bad matchup. So, I mean, because you only have to hold off for 3 minutes if you get a bad matchup, so that's not too hard to do. It's actually more like 2 minutes and 50 seconds, because, you know, the first 10 seconds of the game are just sitting doing nothing. So we start off with our Giant, and it looks like he has a Giant Skeleton, so Giant Skeleton, I mean, doesn't really tell me much. It could be that Giant Skeleton clone deck that's kind of in the meta right now, or, yeah, that's looking like what it is, because he has the Skeleton Barrel, he has the Giant Skeleton, and then he also has the Flying Machine, so that for sure is like what I think it is. Our Fireball there got a lot of value, and he goes in with a Clone. That's not going to do much for him because we had their E-Drag down. The Prince is probably going to die to the bomb, unfortunately. I'm going to go ahead and go in with a Giant here because he used a lot of Elixir there going in with his Clone, and also like the Skeleton Barrel and really everything because it didn't do much for him. I'm going to Fireball here. I think I missed the Witch. No, I actually hit it. I thought I missed it, but we barely hit it, I think. And look at his tower, guys. We already did like about 1,000 damage to it. Pretty solid. Let's just go with the Prince here and then a Mega Minion on top of his Flying Machine. And he goes in with a Clone, so, yeah, again, I don't think that was that good of a Clone. Let's just Giant here. It's fine that Flying Machine got a hit because now I know for a fact he's like really low on Elixir. I'm going to Fireball the Witch. And then I'm going to log it, and then if our Giant gets a few hits, it'll already pretty much be good game. Of course, he has the NATO, but that's not going to be enough. The Giant will still get a couple other hits unless he plays something. 2 hits. It might even get a 3rd if I zap. Yeah, so now we just need 1 minor hit or any kind of, like, spell, and then that'll be a good game. Yeah, there we go. That's GG. So pretty easy win. I mean, honestly, this is, like, a really good matchup for us because we have the Fireball for, like, his Flying Machine, Cannon Cart, Witch, and then we have the E-Drag for, like, everything he clones. Then we have the Log for the Skeleton Barrel. So, to be honest, this is just, like, a very solid matchup for us. So, again, like, if people are using that deck I just played in the Global Tournament, then my deck is a great deck to use because it just does so well against it. Alright, let's go into, this might be our last and final game. If it's really quick, I might play another one and go for 13, but if not, this will be our last game. So, unless I lose, of course, but if not, then this will be the last game, most likely. Alright, so we do start with Giant, then... Okay, so he just goes with a Wizard in the back. We can just go with our own Giant in the back. Like, Wizard doesn't really tell me much at all. Wizards could be used in almost anything, honestly. And then he just goes in with a Hog Rider. I actually hope he doesn't have Freeze, because if he does, that Hog's gonna take, like, half of my tower. So he doesn't, it looks like, which is good. I'm gonna Miner here on top of the Wizard. Oh, it looks like, guys, that Prince was able to take it out. So the Miner was a bit of a mistake on my end, but I don't think it matters too much because it distracted the Mega Knight and still got, like, a little bit of value. I'm thinking about what I want to do. Yeah, let's Fireball. It's so good that E-Drag changed and hit the Wizard. And I'm not sure what he has Elixir for. Okay, he just goes in with a Minion Horde. That doesn't do much for him. E-Drag was down. Prince is on his tower. And then now the E-Drag is on his tower getting more damage. Let's just send a Miner in the back. E-Drag will get another hit after that. And now it's in Fireball range. So all we need to do now is just get back to another Fireball. Actually, Miner's going to finish off the game. So that was a really quick game, guys. Let's go for one more. We did get all the rewards, though, which is great. So let's collect the last thing. I think it's... no, actually, that's the last free one, but we do get these. And I'm actually going to buy it, guys, because I do have over 500 gems. So as I said in my next video, I might open it. But yeah, let's go ahead and play one more, just because we've only been going on, you know, 14 minutes, 15 minutes, not too long. So let's just play one more. Alright, so E-Drag Mega Minion spells in our starting rotation, so we could just Mega Minion in the back, see what he wants to do first play. Alright, he just goes with a Bandit, so we actually unfortunately don't have a good rotation for it, but luckily we were able to miner, and actually I don't think that Prince was necessary. We probably could have just sapped the Lumberjack. Okay, so he's using a P.E.K.K.A deck. P.E.K.K.A Executioner, so he probably has NATO, I want to say, because of the Executioner. He usually pairs with NATO. I'm going to log here to hopefully get that E-Drag to, like, chain and hit everything. Yeah, there we go, guys. So that was a really valuable Fireball. Let's go here, though, with a Miner and Zap. Alright, guys, this might actually be a tie if we can't break through, because he does have a lot of... Yeah, Tesla as well. So, yeah, this I don't think will be too easy of a game to win, but we may end up being able to overwhelm him if we play well. We could also kite the P.E.K.K.A into the other lane. We can't do it in this situation, though, because he has the Tesla up, and it'll kill it before, like, we kite it into the other lane. So let's Miner here. And, okay, so it's a good thing he has the Fireball. Like, let's say he had the Lightning. That would make things even worse for us, but luckily he only has the Fireball. So, like, spell-wise, it's not too bad, I guess. Fireball on top of that. And he, again, goes in with the Lumberjack. So, I'm not sure what his win condition is. He hasn't revealed it yet. He's just revealed a bunch of support cards with his P.E.K.K.A. I'm going to zap that. I'm going to save the Miner. And then, guys, I'm going to go ahead and go with the Giant in the back. And if he plays his P.E.K.K.A in the back, I'm going to try to kite it into the other lane. Let's go with here with a Miner to hopefully pull the P.E.K.K.A into the other lane. Oh my gosh, guys, I think we did it. Yeah, so guys, we pulled the P.E.K.K.A into the other lane, so now... Oh no, I think since he Tesla, that's actually going to maybe pull the Giant back on it. Yeah, so guys, even though we had that really nice kite, I don't know if we're going to be able to break through, just because he has, honestly, a lot of answers to us. Like, he has the Tesla, the P.E.K.K.A, yeah, he has a lot of answers to us, so if we tie this game, honestly, I'm okay with that. Normally, P.E.K.K.A, like, isn't too bad of a matchup, but since he has the Tesla, too, there's really no way for us to break through, in my opinion. I mean, I felt like we played this pretty well. Like, we didn't lose, of course, and we had that really nice, like, P.E.K.K.A pull in the other lane. So, hopefully, guys, if you didn't know you could pull the P.E.K.K.A like that, now you guys know. But, unfortunately for us, we still weren't able to break through. So, let's give him a good game. I guess we'll end on that. Like, a tie, of course, isn't a bad way to end, especially that matchup, in my opinion, was not easy for us at all. But P.E.K.K.A versus Giant is not typically too bad for this deck. Like, if I'm versing a regular P.E.K.K.A deck, like, say it's P.E.K.K.A Battle Ram. But if they're using, honestly, like, the Tesla, Lumberjack, and a lot of other high DPS things to my Giant, then it's really hard to break through. So, honestly, I'm really fine with ending on a tie on that game. But yeah, we did get the 12-0, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and maybe, like, learned how to play this deck, and now you have this really solid deck for the Sudden Death Tournament. So, if you guys liked the video, make sure to like it, subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and let me know, guys, if you want to see another global tournament, the Sudden Death Global Tournament video tomorrow I might make of getting to 20 wins or 30. Let me know if you guys would be interested in that. Thanks again, until next time, guys.